From the Fort St. John and District Palliative Care Society. Good morning, Michelle and Michelle.
Good morning, Doug.
And good morning to you, Norbert.
Good morning, Doug.
Thank you so much for all of you for joining me today. We've done a few of these interviews recently, Michelle, talking about kind of the things you guys are involved in the community. But for people who don't know, tell us a bit about what palliative care, first of all, is and kind of what you guys do with that in mind at the society.
Okay, yes, well, thanks, Doug. We are actually a nonprofit organization that really we focus a lot on caring for people at the end of life.
I see.
And what we do as a society and what we focus on a lot is to bring in community members, train them, actually community members who will volunteer their time, and then we will train them, and then we will ask them to go and sit and care for people who are in the end stage of life.
Okay. What does that care look like, for example? Because when you hear care, you think immediately like maybe a nurse or something to that effect. It's not exactly that, right?
That is correct. We actually will, right from the point of just sitting with somebody who may be in a coma or just, bedridden, or it can go right up to going to events with people, going for walks, taking them out to do certain things. So it's quite a range of different situations that we do as a visiting volunteer.
So you're essentially you're volunteering your time to be a friend, a companion to somebody.
Absolutely. And we do we train our volunteers for certain care situations, like, it might be, helping them with massage, or we might do, help them feed, or we might do mouth care, or certain things like that, that kind of helps, because we do help the families in the respect that because when you're with somebody who is at the end of life, there's a 24-hour care, and it allows the families to get out and even go grocery shopping while we are sitting there and they're knowing that their loved one is taken care of.
I see.
And helping them.
Interesting. Well, now, one of the things, many things that you guys do offer and sort of host at the society is called a death cafe. Now, Norbert, we've talked about this on this show before. I don't think you and I did specifically, but if somebody's hearing that term for the first time, they might be maybe a little taken aback by what it is and what it could mean. So you've got one of these coming up, but why don't you start by telling us what a death cafe is?
A death cafe is a worldwide movement that gets people together over cake, is the way their website describes it. And we talk about the subject of death. It's not for anybody specific. It's for anybody who's interested in learning. The idea of death is quite a, let's call it a sensitive topic among many people in the world. And the idea behind this is to break down that sensitivity and talk about something that's very, very meaningful to everybody.
What's when we talk about specifically, what sort of, like, is it like a leaded discussion? Like, is that if you happen to be the person there, you'll say, we're going to talk about this aspect of death now and what you think of it and your response to it?
The concept that's described with this is that you get together. In the beginning, there's usually some kind of an overview given about what it is that we're all about here. And then we break up into groups, and maybe tables of 4 or something like that, and you just talk 5 minutes, 10 minutes, then you switch around. And so you're constantly meeting new people, listening to new ideas, expressing your own ideas, and addressing something, like I said, that it tends to be a fairly sensitive topic amongst a lot of people in our world.
I see. And then you've got this event planned coming up at the Whole Wheat and Honey Cafe. I don't have the date right in front of me, but it is coming up fairly soon, right?
It is, yeah. 2 weeks from now, June the 1st, at Whole Wheat and Honey from 6:30 to about 9-ish.
I see. And you said it was open to anybody, eh?
It's open to anybody. Okay. Encourage all sorts of people, to come and think. We all have a different perspective, so lending that would be a valuable part of the conversation.
Absolutely fascinating. Brings us to kind of our next point, Michelle. People want to get in contact with the Palliative Care Society. You guys are encouraging the people who want to come to the Death Cafe to register for it, just so you can kind of plan for how many people will be there. How can people do that, and what's the best way to get a hold of you if maybe they know somebody who could use some of the services you provide at the society?
Absolutely. We have our office is Monday to Friday, various hours, but you can contact me at 250-787-2814 and just leave a voicemail and I will get back to you. Or if email is the best way, it's fsjpcs@shaw.ca.
I see. All right. Okay. Well, again, if you want more information about what the society is up to at all times, they've got a website, fsjcares.com, if I remember right. Anything else we want to say before we wrap things up, Michelle's? Or
Yeah, I
Norbert?
just wanted to mention that we also offer a bed program, a hospital
Yes.
bed program, and it is actually a free service that we offer to the community for families and loved ones to have the opportunity to have their loved one at home while they are dying. And we have a company in town named Fiero. Is it Fiero? Faro, sorry, that actually is volunteering their time to pick up and deliver these beds. And it just really gives the families an opportunity to have their loved one in amongst them and not shoved up in a bedroom. And, you know, there can be in the living room and in the family, and the hospital bed is comfortable and in that as well. And I just wanted to mention one more thing about the Death Cafe. It's such a great opportunity for people who are grieving, who have gone through a recent death or even a past death, to sit with people who are in or have experienced the same thing. And it just opens that opportunity to sit and talk to somebody who has gone through the same things.
I see.
So I just wanted to say that too.
Absolutely. All right. Well, again, fsjcares.com for more information. Everybody, thank you so much for coming by, Michelle and Michelle.
Yep, the M&Ms.
And Norbert, always nice to talk to you. Thanks for being here.
Thank you so much.
You're
Thanks,
very
Doc.
welcome.
This community interview is supported by your Member of Parliament, Bob Zimmer. Stop by his office in Fort St. John at 9916 100th Avenue and in Dawson Creek at 10421